People often view Deus Ex through rose-tinted glasses, and while there are many problems with it that aren't on this list, like with how the skill system works or some of the level design, the atrocious fucking voice acting, I'm going to deal with most of this in a separate series. But I wanted to give a quick little debunk to the idea that Deus Ex is like some kind of brilliant fucking story with no plot holes, and that it makes total sense, and you're just a brainlet if you think there's anything wrong with it. This is just a short list, but I think it's demonstrative. In the first level, why is UNATCO headquarters guarded by 2 fucking guys? Why does no one ever actually retrieve the ambrosia from Castle Clinton? Why is the subway still running in an active war zone? Why is one fucking guy being sent to trail the ambrosia from a completely different location from where it used to be stored? I.e., why is JC searching Battery Park for where the ambrosia went when the ambrosia wasn't moved out of Battery Park, it was moved out of the warehouse that Paul failed to raid properly? How in the ever-loving fuck can the NSF occupy LaGuardia Airport without anybody fucking realizing it until JC shows up and physically sees them doing it? Why is the kill switch not instantaneous? There is no logical reason for it to not be instantaneous except for it would end the game immediately and then we couldn't have a game. So why is it even in the game in the first place? Except pointless drama. What is the point of the transgenics? Why is there no one to stop you from escaping UNATCO? Why are there like 6 guys in the whole building? Why isn't there like people pointing weapons at you around every single corner and from every doorway? This is the main base of UNATCO. It should not be this easy to just waltz out. If MJ-12 has the tech to track and hijack the computer systems of one of its own stealth choppers, i.e. the black helicopter that Jock flies, why do they only ever do it once upon entering Hong Kong? And why isn't JC immediately shot upon stepping out of the door? Why aren't the bots deployed to blow the chopper up as soon as it comes inside the hangar? Or to kill you? Why don't any of the guards come down? Why do they bring this chopper in, knowing that you're on it, and then do nothing about it? Oh right, because the plot would be over. So why is this even in the game? Also, by the way, it's impossible for a chopper to fly from New York to Hong Kong in the time frame the game specifies. JC would be dead from his kill switch before he actually got there. So everything after the first act in New York is bullshit. It's totally impossible. Why is the Dragon's Tooth sword more important than the Red Arrowhead being killed? Why is the war between the Triads about the fucking sword rather than the fact that the Luminous Path is being accused of killing the head of the Red Arrow Triad? Oh right, because super blue nano sword, so cool. Way of the sword. It's all about the sword. Isn't this a cool sword? How does security at VersaLife not recognize JC? Why isn't he just shot? Like, why? How is he allowed to keep walking around? Like, he can literally go into the labs and just fuck around and steal augs and whatever. And it's only once he fucks with the schematics for the Dragon's Tooth that they decide to fucking stop him. Oh, by the way, if Icarus always knows where JC is, why is this info never shared with any of the hundreds of mooks that Paige keeps sending to try and stop him? They should know exactly where he is and be able to set perfect traps. He should be surrounded at all times. I'll tell you why. They forgot about that part. That, or they realized that it would make stealth impossible. And also, realistically, make the entire game impossible. So they're just hoping you forget about it. Oh, here's a good one. If MJ-12 has an agent literally inside Everett's fucking house, why don't they attack him? Oh, also, why, if you don't kill the obvious MJ-12 agent, does he not blow up the chopper until you've already been dropped off, like, a day or two later in Area 51 when it's too late to stop you? Why doesn't he just trigger the bomb the minute you get into the air? Oh, right, because that would end the plot. So why is it in the game? Oh, and why aren't the UCs at Area 51 operational if there's operational UCs at VersaLife in Pasadena? Why does Paige need a schematic from Pasadena to make an identical machine at Area 51 work? It seems like the whole point of that pointless side thing was just so that you could go to the Ocean Lab, as an excuse to go to the Ocean Lab. Oh, and also, why does Paige need to nuke X-51 instead of just taking it out with a cruise missile? Or storming it with more troops? Oh, right, because without the nuke, there's no way JC could get into Area 51, and they don't want to make JC at all morally gray by having him be the one to initiate the plan to nuke Area 51 so he could get in. It has to be that Paige is going to nuke X-51, so JC just turns it around on him. How convenient. Some things to think about.